What are you feeding? That's the concept of this video, and it's something that I've been integrating a lot recently, and pretty much everyone's integrating to some degree and to some capacity. It's what we focus on and speak about and act towards is what we feed. There's that expression, energy flows where attention goes, and I think so many of us are finding out how true that really is on the energetic level, and then even just physically. Your thoughts feed your emotions, feed your words, feed your actions, so you're physically moving towards it as well as energetically drawing it with your thoughts and emotions. So what are you feeding? That's so important right now. There's so much stress, fear, anxiety, things to worry about in the external world. So it's super important to be mindful of what we're feeding. It goes back to that old Native American story when it's like a grandfather or something tells the grandson, granddaughter about there's two wolves inside you. One is like everything good, love and light. One's everything bad, resentment, hatred, all that. And the grandson or granddaughter asks, well, which wolf wins? And the grandfather says, the one you feed. So what are you feeding? Always think about that. Whenever you're tuning into the news or whatever's going on in social media, and I advise you to like really detox from that, even think about quitting, because it's mostly all noise anyway. But whenever you get sucked up in that kind of stuff especially, just ask yourself, what am I feeding right now? What are you feeding? Whenever you feel thrown off or angry or resentful, things like that, ask yourself, what am I feeding right now? I asked myself that question a few hours ago, actually, because my fiance's ex-husband was, doing that kind of stuff. And I noticed like an anger come up within me. And I was like, what do I want to feed? What am I choosing to feed? If I'm just getting reactive and angry, that's all I'm feeding. I'm going to feed that within him. And why would I feed that within myself? And just letting go is often the best solution, because letting go and forgiving, because then you're not holding it and you give someone else the space to grow into it. If you meet reactivity with reactivity, what do you get? There's a brilliant quote from the Tao Te Ching called, it goes something like, give evil nothing to oppose and it disappears by itself. And to some people that might seem naive, but there's actually deep, deep truth and wisdom to it. Because reactivity begets reactivity, like attracts like. And that doesn't mean to not take action with anything. It just means to not hold that reactivity. You can always take action. Like if someone's harming someone else, you can stop them without being reactive or holding it against them. So it's that kind of thing. And it all comes back to choosing what we feed. It's all a choice. It's all being mindful of our focus. Energy flows where attention goes. And it's of such great importance right now. With all the reactivity, also energies are amplified, manifestations are amplified if you're tuning into that as well. So it's becoming more and more important and more apparent. What are you feeding? Mindfulness is key, because if you catch it while it's still in the early stages, like a thought, before you really get spun out with it, you're able to shift it much more easily. So it's important to just monitor your thoughts and emotions throughout the day. Just check in with yourself. What's going on? What am I feeding right now? And whenever you feel off or like you're getting involved in these negative narratives, whatever that may be, ask yourself, what am I feeding right now? And then get clear. And getting clear has to do a lot with what's really meaningful to you, what's really important to you in life. If you ask most people that, and if integrate this within yourself, you're not going to say that proving someone wrong, or like getting back at someone, or like eliminating an enemy, whatever, that's what's most important to you in life. For most people, it's going to be something related to like happiness, family, good friends, joy, inner peace, fulfillment, creativity, all that kind of stuff. And when you get clear on that, or just become conscious of that, of what's truly meaningful, what's truly important to me in my life, then that enables you to let go of the stuff that's not in alignment with that much more easily. You'll say, oh, I'm feeding like some kind of fear or anger right now. Like, why am I doing that? Let's feed joy, because that's what's important to me. Let's feed creativity, because that's what's important to me. Let's feed family, because that's important to me. Whatever that may be. So that's another big part of that, is getting clear on what's meaningful to you in life, and then using that as a compass. And the word, for some reason, spiritual growth is coming to me right now, so I'm just gonna say that. Spiritual growth. It's all about spiritual growth. Everything we experience is spiritual growth. And really all those states or things I talked about with meaningfulness and importance, it's all related to spiritual growth. And just know that everything you're going through right now, everything that we're going through collectively, is spiritual growth. And sometimes, growth is growing pains, but it can also be joyful. You can even overcome challenges in a joyful way. You can do shadow work in a joyful way. So choose to feed that spiritual growth, and choose to feed joy, choose to feed peace. That's really it. There's really nothing else that I wanted to say or that's inspiring me right now. It's really just about that question. What am I feeding right now? Bringing mindfulness, attention, awareness to that question throughout the day. What am I feeding right now? So you can leave a comment or whatever saying what you intend to feed. What's that? What are those meaningful, important things that you choose to feed in your life? All right, that's it. Sending you so much love, so much light, and blessings. I wish you well.